yourself to a man, especially if that man is not your husband. That's a lot of the mistakes that we make as women, is we give them wifey advantages and privileges when they're not our husband, and therefore they take you for granted, and they never put a ring on your finger. Because why, as my mom would always say, why should I pay for the cow when the milk is free? And so when you give them too much, they take advantage of it, and they don't see the need to purchase the product. Because if I can buy the product without putting a ring on it, why in the world would I put the ring on it? So we've got to stop doing that. Every time that they call you, you don't have to pick up the phone. Be busy sometimes. Because guess what? When they don't want to answer the phone, they're not going to answer the phone. You get them when you get them. We avail ourselves too much to men that are not our husbands. So we've got to learn to do better, because if you don't do better, you're going to get the same thing you've been getting, and that's no ring on the finger. I'm telling you what I know and what I have experienced. We want to cook for them. We want to wash for them. We want to make the groceries for them. We want to allow them to stay with us, or with them, and most of the time they're staying with us. We want to allow them to stay with us, and they're not, they've not made the commitment. We've got to stop doing that, because you'll never get a husband that way. So here's the test for you. If you're dating someone and you've been dating them 4 or 5 years, and you've been waiting on him to ask you for your hand in marriage, ask him, are we platonic? Or are we going to be exclusive? And if we're not going to be exclusive, I would like to explore my options to see, is there someone else out there for me that I may connect with a little better, and that finds me of interest to a point that they may want to ask for my hand in marriage. At that time, he will make a decision as to if he wants to be with you or not. All the big weddings and things, they're pretty, but all you're doing is putting on a show for other people to come and speculate and spectate. Not to say that you can't have a big nice wedding. Don't get me wrong. I think it's beautiful. I love it. But most people are coming just to spectate and to see what's what, and sometimes people sit back and criticize and say, oh, they got married so fast. They barely know each other. Well, sometimes that man already knows what he wants. It doesn't take forever. The problem is, you have a person that doesn't know who or what he wants. He wants you as somebody else too, because a man knows what he wants, and you do too. You just tend to make excuses for it. But we sit back and we judge other people for doing what they do. But sounds like and look like the other person has their crap together. And then when we date them, we make a commitment to them and have a relationship with simply them, and won't date and see other people and not explore our other options, while they are exploring their other options, and we think we're the only ones. And so often they use the excuse, I gotta get myself together before I get married to you. How long does it take you to get yourself together? Why we can't get ourselves together? My father always said, a man knows when you're his wife within a couple of weeks. It doesn't take them 30, 60, 90 days to know, hey, that's the one that I want to be with. If you've been with a man 2, 3, 4 years and he's not put a ring on your finger or even brought up being married, there's a problem. A lot of times, there are men that will give you a ring just to make you shut up or hush, so you won't ask any questions. A man will do what you allow him to do as long as you allow him to do. So do a self-evaluation. Sit down and have that conversation to see where you're going. Are we just dating, or are you dating with a purpose? Because me, I'm looking for a husband.